I live in the Himalayas, foothills of Himalayas, and I meditate here. That's my main job. And also I teach different philosophies that come from Indian Vedic tradition, the yogic philosophy, Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, Shiva Sutras. So that's what I do. And people come, stay with me. I teach them yoga with the traditional understanding, and not only the asana part, but how to deal with the mind, and mainly the focus is on the expansion of consciousness. So that's what I do. I really enjoy what I do, that is teaching about expansion of consciousness, and it happens through interactions. So obviously that helps me to keep my consciousness high. At the same time, my friends enjoy it because it's a friendly environment that we conduct our teachings in. I am content person. Happiness is also a different state of mind. So I don't relate happiness with stability or stillness of mind. So happiness or sorrow, both are highs and downs of state of mind. Instead, I love to be still, and I would say that I'm content. So I'm still content. I guess it's full of happenings, it's full of possibilities. India is full of possibilities. So I have traveled from south tip of India to the northmost tip, from Kanyakumari to Kashmir. I have walked, I have traveled in the buses, I have traveled on bicycles, I have taken trains, I have used motorbikes, and I have flied in the aeroplanes also. It's such diversity, and more importantly, the connect with the nature is the basic trait of Indian population, I believe. So the Indian mindset is all about nature, worshipping nature, being with the nature, respecting nature, learning from nature, giving back to the nature. So it's all lifestyle. Whatever is known as Vedic lifestyle is basically having a harmonious relationship with the nature. So this is of very much liking for me, and I live this content and wonderful life. Brazil is the country which captures my attention, and I love Brazil. I have been to Brazil, and people of Brazil are very friendly, and they are highly spiritual people. This is my observation. So the core nature of every Brazilian is to be spiritual, just like in India. So India and Brazil have many similarities, and I believe it's because of the abundance of nature. So all our consciousness is evolved out of the abundance around us in the form of nature, and that shapes our consciousness in India and in Brazil. So I would love, or I would like to give message to my Brazilian friends, brothers and sisters, to be on the journey of consciousness, to be with the nature, to respect the nature, and get knowledge from the nature and give back to the nature. So this is the only possible lifestyle that can bring happiness, that can bring contentedness in one's life. And that's my message. New way of practicing yoga and meditation, doing pranayam, or the Indian spiritual lifestyle is becoming popular worldwide. In fact, it is the leading spiritual practice all over the world. So practicing this spiritual aspect of life and being close to the nature is my advice to my dear Brazilians. Indian spiritual practices which come from the Vedic tradition, be it yoga, be it Kundalini yoga, different forms, different schools of yoga that we see in the US, in the West, or in many other countries. So all of them have the same root which comes to the Vedic philosophy, and it is message of harmonious relationship that takes away your sufferings and you enjoy the state of non-suffering. This is the core or the basic of any Indian philosophy. Since this is becoming popular all over the world, the materialistic lifestyle which we people have lived because of the forces of commercialization, nobody was happy in the world actually. Despite earning a lot of money, becoming millionaires and billionaires has not made people happy. So ultimately people are going to these spiritual practices which originate from Indian tradition to get happiness in their life. Obviously, if this is becoming popular, there is a possibility of people trying to exploit it commercially, which is happening more in the West. So a wise spiritual seeker should know the difference between the commercial aspect of following these practices and the aspect that gives real contentedness or calmness to one, and knowing this is called as wisdom. So not to be afraid of commercialization, just apply those aspects of these spiritual practices that bring calmness and contentedness to you. This is my advice about practicing this spirituality.